Hi, this is Leetcode question, movement of robots. This is the third question of biweekly contest number 106. In this example, initially we have this line of coordinates 0, 1, 2, 3 to infinity, -1, -2, -3. We have robot at -2 with direction to the right, and a robot at 0 with direction to the left, and robot at 2 direction is left. Now after the first second, this robot move to the left and reach here to -1, and this robot also will be at -1, so both of them change the direction. This one was left, so become right, and this one was right, becomes left. And this robot after 1 second it will be at 1 with the same direction to the left. At second 2, this robot will be at -2 with the same direction. This robot will be at 0, and this robot will be at 0. Now this one is to the left, so it changes its direction, come to the right, and this one was to the right, now it come to the left. Then at second 3, since t equal 3, this robot will be at -3, direction to the left, and this robot will be at 1, direction to the right, and this robot will be at -1, direction to the left. So the positions will be 1, and this one is at -1, and this one is -3. Summation for the distances is -3 to -1 is 2, -3 to 1 is 4, plus -1 to 1 is 2, so the answer is 8. Now it's very hard to track the robot's direction after each second, so what we need to do is to assume that, for example, here at the first second, this robot is here and is here, so they will arrive at this point at -1, and this robot change the direction, becomes to the right, and this robot change the direction, comes to the left. But actually it doesn't matter which robot is going to the right, so we can assume that this one, the original one, is just going to the right direction without changing the direction. So, and this will lead to the same results. So after, let's say 2 seconds, this one will arrive to this one, and this one will be here, and this is exactly the same results we will have here. And that means what we need to do is to ignore changing the direction and assume that the robot just go with one direction. So this robot -2 initially, after 3 seconds it will be at -2 plus 3, and this equal 1. and this robot initially at 0, and after 3 seconds, so the direction is left, will be -3, and this is -3. This robot at 2, and after 3 seconds it will be at -1, and these are the values we obtained here. So in this for loop we just fill the position vector based on these values to the right or to the left. If it's to the right, we just do add, and if it's to the left, we subtract the distance from nums of I. Then to calculate the distances, first of all we need to sort the positions, and after sorting assume that we have some values 1, 5, 7, 8, and we need to calculate the summation for all different pairs. So what we need to do is, let's say we start at this index, we calculate all the pairs end at this index, and there will be one pair. Then we move to this index and calculate all the pairs, or the sum of distances for pairs end at 7, and here we have this one from 5 to 7, and from 1 to 7. Then we move to 8. In this case we have from 7 to 8, then from 8 to 5, and 1 to 8. So all the pairs in that 8 we have 3, at 7 we have 2, at 5 we have 1, and you notice the relationship between these two and the previous one is just, we have this, and we add 2 of this distances. Assume this distance is D, the distance between 7 and 5. So we have 2 multiplied by 7 minus 5, which is the distance, plus the previous one here, which is 5 minus 1. So this one in the white, 5 minus 1 equal 4. So here we have 4 plus 2 multiplied by 7 minus 1, 5. And you see these three is, if we compare to the previous one, here we added 1, 2, oh sorry, these 3 pieces, 1, 2, 3. So we'll do 3 multiplied by 8 minus 7. This is for this part, and we have these 2 pieces exactly the same as this one, which is this one. So what we need to do is to accumulate the prefix sum, which is initially 0, and we calculate this prefix sum as we said, which represent I multiplied by the current position minus previous position, and notice the plus equal here, and we add this to the answer.